Warning. Please do not attempt to perform any of the stunts or activities in the show as they are dangerous and can lead to serious injury. Video submissions of any kind are accepted by One Side of the Coin or Heads or Tails Gaming.
Hey everybody, welcome to One Side of the Coin. I'm your host, Steveo the Gamer, with me as always.
Mack-attack.
And so yeah, this is our weekly show. Still about Genesis Battle of Champions.
What's my name upside down? That's so
We
weird.
forgot to flip them back over, look at that. At least we're in the right world this time.
No, we're not.
And then he's moving them.
Look at the corner.
And he's tilting it.
Look at the corner.
What corner?
The top corner.
My top corner?
My top corner.
Stop pointing things like to
Above your head?
Yeah.
The camera? Or your very bad painting job of the wall?
You painted that wall?
She did. She hasn't finished it.
I did one coat because we were thinking of not staying.
Yeah. So anyway, so tonight we got a special show. So I have obtained some images of cards that were potentially supposed to be released in Invasions, the no longer upcoming set for Genesis Battle of Champions. So we got 7 cards that we're going to be showing tonight, and we're going to talk about them a little bit. Now, just keep in mind, like Haunted Castle has closed down, these cards will not be coming into print, so take it as you will. I mean, you can always, write it down on a blank card or something like that to use them in your regular casual play. So,
Yes, JC, we're late tonight.
yeah, oh, is that JC?
Yeah,
Who's down
JC.
there? You're late. Yes, we are late. I apologize. It got really busy here in the store, and obviously we couldn't start until, customers come first, right? So, and him, of all people, should know that's important, right? So, but we're here now, so let's take a look at some cards that, as I said, were supposed to be, like, we would have probably have been coming into spoiler season for Invasions, but I mean, unfortunately, the game's no longer. But we're gonna try and keep it going, and we're gonna take a look at these cards, kind of break them down, talk about them a little bit, and see how they could have affected the game, right? So. Blinding Light. Okay, so Kenny, we're going to need you to move the chat box to a different location.
Absolutely not.
Yeah. Yes.
No, I refuse.
Or shrink it or something, or move it. Yeah, they're perfect. Look at
Now, make it a little bit wider because some of the text
The chat is
cut
out,
off.
yeah. So we'd like to hear all your thoughts, any questions you have, put them up in the chat, and give some input on what you're about to see, right? So this is super exciting to us as well. So let's take a look. Blinding Light, a spell. Go ahead, you can read it off.
Swift cast for 15 aura. You deal 1 holy damage to everything in the arena. Wow. Trigger, execute, combatants dealt damage by blinding light. Gain pacify this round.
Pacify, this combatant loses their awareness. And a little bit of flavor text there. With but a word, light brilliantly shone forth and enveloping the arena, all who stood in it. Nice. Artwork done by Philip. Card was created by Damian Corneau. We know Damian. He's from Cambridge. So this is one of the cards that he had created. Blinding Light. Now let's just that artwork alone. Super fantastic, right? I think they kind of really nailed of what this card does, right? Okay, so deals 1 holy damage to everything in the arena. So if your opponent more or less has like a ton of little 1/1s, right? Especially it would take care of Vegeta Swarm decks.
It's been a day.
It's been a day. You okay?
It's been a day, yeah.
You awake?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, especially all the bugs, because, yeah, you just start summoning, like, a bunch of them all at once.
deals, and it's holy damage on top of that. So any kind of holy weakness upon anything,
Like
it's going to
branding
take
or whatever. Yeah.
it's going to take an additional right on top of it. However, I want to really take a look at the second trigger, like the trigger ability on this card, the execute. Okay, so now it says pacify. They gain pacify. Now, if you remember back in Raise when pacify was first introduced to us, which is this combatant loses their awareness, right? So we can now this can really be a thing, right? So if you were to pacify the entire arena. So all awarenesses, especially if it's played on first turn, now all of your opponent's summons can attack.
Mm-hmm.
Can attack. So it's a very good saving grace for a round or for a turn. Well, actually a round, right? To prevent a lot of damage, right?
I'm just thinking of this. If the millipede,
Yes.
does he have to have his awareness to decay something?
Yes. Yeah.
So
The
that-
damage has to go through. Yeah. What?
They no longer have awareness, they can't decay.
Right, exactly. So, like as I said, this actually, like before when Raise first came out, and Pacify was kind of like snubbed at, right? People were thinking, oh, it's the worst mechanic in the game thus far, right?
Not now.
Yeah, exactly, right? Like this actually can now help, right? It affects everything, right?
Yeah.
Not just one individual, whether it be a summon or a champion, getting rid of their awareness. It affects everything on the field. They're taking damage as well. They can attack you back, kind of thing, right? So, however, your opponent will still be able to play anything like spells or swifts or whatnot. Just will not be able to attack or anything that is awareness specific, right?
Now, here's the thing. That deals 1 holy damage to everything in the arena. That
Yes.
includes you. Because it doesn't stay.
That's correct.
Everything of
It's
your...
like meteor.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't really go as far as to compare it to a meteorite. Meteorite does 5 damage, right? It doesn't have
It's
any.
like a really weak meteorite.
It's a weak.
It's just
meteor,
what it
but
does.
the
It's because it
pacify,
hits
right?
everything.
Yeah,
No, it's
and
just because it hits everything.
hits everything in
It hits you
the
as
arena,
well
yes.
and all of your stuff.
So an entire arena damage capability on the card, even though it is for 1, but it is specific to holy damage. So if there's a way to have holy weakness, this gives anything that does give holy weakness more use, right? Now on top of it, but pacify, definitely a thing now.
This would include you unless you were to have damage reduction.
Reduction, exactly.
Well, you'd
Right,
still
so.
be hit, you just wouldn't receive damage.
So I mean,
So-
Iblis would definitely abuse this
Oh, absolutely.
because of the damage reduction on her. All damage dealt to her is reduced by 1.
But the
So
thing is,
she wouldn't be hit by it.
that would include you unless you were to have damage reduction, but would you still be affected by the trigger?
No, because you have to take that damage. So if the damage is reduced by 1,
Oh, sorry. Oh my goodness.
right? Yeah. So the
I just
damage
have to
has to
reread
go
it.
through in order for you to be
To
triggered
get
to
it.
get the trigger, right?
It
Okay.
would basically become like being punched by a Ryukyu rabbit. It does 0, so it doesn't count as being hit, even though you were targeted.
Yeah.
It just bounces off.
That is so useless.
The useless rabbit. Yes. So
I'm gonna make an Instagram post about that. Whenever you feel useless, just imagine that the Ryukyu rabbit exists.
Genesis moment.
Genesis moment. I'm actually gonna do that. I'm gonna pull an image of Ryukyu rabbit. I'm gonna post on my Instagram story and go, whenever you feel useless, just remember that this guy exists.
yeah.
You're no
So-
longer useless.
For,
Hashtag Genesis.
for 15 aura, I mean the cost is a little on the pricey side but for what it does, I
Worth
think
it.
it would be worth it. But it all depends on which champions are going to really be able to use it right now. So Iblis does not have a whole heck of a lot of aura, so she's going to want to use it conservatively, right? Like she's not going to want to be blasting these out every single turn, right? Because it's just going to deplete her aura in the long run
Yeah.
too fast, right? And then she's not going to be able to recuperate from it. But I mean, other champions on the Bellum side, like say Nubia, who has the aura to do so, right?
Yeah.
She's going to take that 1 damage. Hopefully, have something out there that's going to be able to give Holy Weakness on top of it, and then have that pacify go through, and then you're more or less heading to the next round, or just repositioning kind of thing, getting set up, and then going to the next draw kind of thing, right? So
What does Erica have?
Erica, she's got 150 aura, but only 18 health.
No, because it hits you too.
It hits her as well, yeah. So she'd have to find some way to get that energy reduction, or reduce that amount of energy.
Yeah.
That amount of damage to not be executed, so to speak, with that triggered ability. So, but yeah, definitely a solid card, I think, especially for Bellum. It has a little bit of defense as well as a little bit of damage kind of thing. There's a well-balanced 6G at that too. So 6G, it's not bad. I think it's suited right in the great 6G slot.
It's easy to balance.
For it, yeah. So, yeah, definitely. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Empower. Yeah.
That's so cool. Who do you think that is?
Don't know. Hard to say.
I think maybe Core. It's
Could
got
be.
kind of lines on
Yeah, but
it.
Core's not in Bellum.
I know he's not Bellum, but it has like the
got
right lines
horns.
and everything.
Could have been one of the new demons, right?
True.
Yeah. So you got to think we're looking at invasion, right? So,
What was his
hey,
name?
where'd our chat go?
I can't remember his
Sebek?
name.
Yeah.
No, not that. Proteus?
Could be. Could be
horns.
Proteus. Who had a sword? Trying to remember.
Proteus had the weird arm.
Yeah. Anyway.
I would say the other one, but he was missing an arm.
Mhm.
He's got 2 arms.
What were the names of them?
Proteus.
Harlequin was the
Harlequin.
other one, but that wouldn't be Harlequin.
No.
No.
What's the name of the other one? I can't remember.
There was a weird. Could be Proteus. I think it's Proteus.
Yeah, because if you look at the Proteus art, it kind of matches up.
Yeah, the horns, right?
Yeah,
He just
the
doesn't have
Yeah.
a sword, but I mean,
In that picture.
in this picture.
who knows? They gave him a sword in the
There is a
lore.
whole nother
Okay, so what's Empower do, Mack-attack?
It's an action cast for 14 aura. A target and empowers line of sight. Gains damage resistance to this round and gains 2 health.
Damage resistance 2. All damage dealt to this permanent is reduced by 2.
Hold fast your faith in Bellum, and they will protect your allies against harm. An excerpt from
Scriptures of Bellum.
Bellum.
Wow.
I'm being made fun of, Kenny.
Good.
Gee, thanks.
Yeah, we have to make fun of you.
For not being able
so
to
this
read.
is
I'm
a spell at
16 years
action
old.
speed. Okay, so yeah, the artwork done by Philip, absolutely amazing job. From what I was told, I think they were going to be excelling even more for the artwork on this set if it was to have gone. You can already see that in the first 2 that we're looking at here. So Alexander Miller is the creator of this card. 5 chi. Target in an empowered line of sight. So line of sight is directly from your location straight forward to the other end of the arena is your line of sight. Regardless if anything is in the line of sight, you can still target anything past it, unless what's in the line of sight states that it blocks line of sight. So a target gains 2 health and damage resistance of 2. So actually, this card could be used in conjunction with the previous card we just looked at. So if you don't want something to be pacified for the round, you can play this card prior to playing what was the name of the last one we just looked at? I totally forget the name already.
Blinding Light.
Blinding Light, yes. So you can play Empowered prior to playing Blinding Light. Allows something to gain that damage resistance of 2 and gain 2 health on top of it, and then not be affected by the pacifier.
That's nuts. It's a good thing it's in action. Yeah. It makes sense. JC said that damage resistance too is pretty powerful.
Yeah.
That would be fun in multiplayer. I could see it in multiplayer.
I could see it in multiplayer as well.
What?
Aren't all the games multiplayer?
Ha.
Good point, Kenny. You're not wrong by all means, but I mean. But on the technical side, I'm going to say technical side. Anyway, so yeah, gaining that 2 life plus having 2 damage resistance on top of it, right? So now I'm assuming that life is permanent. However, the damage resistance is only until the end of the round. But still, stopping that 2 damage coming at them at any given time, and gaining 2 health. So. You could lose that 2 health, or actually you wouldn't lose that 2 health, depending if you're going to get hit or not, right? Because you're always going to reduce it. The average damage being around 3-ish or so is, still really good to prevent the majority of it with the damage resistance.
Well, you gain 2 health anyway.
And you gain the 2 health on top of it, yeah. So, I mean, super good card. 14 aura in the 5 chi slot, a little bit cheaper than the last one we just seen. So decent. I could really foresee this card having been played good, like a lot, right? So the fact it's that action speed slows it down a little bit because you can only play it during your turn only.
But it makes sense.
But it makes sense, right? So
imagine,
having that at swift speed, I think it would be a little too powerful. I think if it was to be at swift speed, you're probably going to want to up probably either the chi or the aura value on it.
More aura than chi. Maybe up them both just a little bit, meet them halfway.
Well, at swift speed, I could see it being more of a 6 chi rather than a 5 chi. But yeah. Just think the target of this, anything that does 2 damage or less for that round does nothing to you. Exactly, right? So to whatever you're targeting is going to be less. Plus, you're in the plus because you are gaining that 2 life, like we had just said, right? So definitely a solid card. As I said, it could potentially have been played a lot, right? As far as once again, being the top Vellum champions, you're looking at Nubia, even Erica, right? I think Erica could really utilize this card a lot. Because of the amount of aura that she has, right? So, any other ones that you can think of? I can't really focus too much on the newer champions because we really haven't
who could use this?
Yeah, who would be able to?
You said Erica?
I said Erica, yeah.
I could see Erica using that
on
her tigers.
Yeah. Like saving grace to an Ajna for Erica because she's Bellum Thymos, right? So
wait, what's
Angels
happening?
Maybe. Like Nubia Angels.
Somebody's asking what's happening. We're showing some cards. If you just joined us, we're showing off some cards that were going to have been printed in Invasion. So this is kind of like a spoiler / non-spoiler kind of thing. With the fact that we're not going to see Invasion, but I got my hands on some images of some of the cards, and we're just kind of talking through them and walking through them a little bit to seeing potentially how these cards could have affected the game, so to speak, and just getting your thoughts or your input on it too, or any questions about these cards as well. So that's what's going on here at one side of the coin. Yeah, no worries.
Maybe Nubia Angels.
So if you missed, we've already covered one, Blinding Light. So this one's in Power. But yeah, definitely a good card, I think. Well, definitely an amazing. Like Bellum's always shine forward too with a lot of defensive abilities, right? Especially on the action side, to either prevent damage or give life and protect, right? So yeah, it's definitely not a surprise that it's situated in the Bellum slot, right? Pai Chi too, right? I mean, it's Pai Chi Jeffy would be really proud of this card, exactly. Right? So, mad shout out to Jeff Pizzito, who I'm referring to. But anything else you want to add to Empower? No, do you want to go to bed?
That's under my eye.
You look like you're.
No, it feels like I have something to my eye.
Okay. Moving forward, next one.
Next.
What do we got for me?
Next one is another Philip art, and I think it wouldn't look very out of place in an alpha set.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah, I've already seen these, so it's not too much of a shock for me. Mack-attack, however, has not. So, yeah. Healing Wave. Yes, artwork by Philip. Philip is absolutely an amazing artist. Like, I mean, some of the stuff that he has done, even on the lower side up to this high-end artwork, like we're seeing right here, like that is just absolutely phenomenal. Loving it. Go ahead, read it. What's it do? Healing Wave.
Cool artwork. Oh my
I know,
God.
you're mesmerized by it.
Swift cast for 9 aura. You and everything in Healing Waves awareness gain 1 health. Trigger cast. If anything gained health by Healing Wave, then they lose all alignments.
Ailments.
Whatever. And cannot have ailments this round. What is that?
So, decay.
Like
You had already
weakness,
mentioned it.
decay.
Weaknesses, decay, anything of that nature. Yeah. So, if you get hit by, say, the millipede, right, you can play this, and you lose that decay, right? And you cannot gain anything else, no more ailments for the entire, right?
Well,
This card is fantastic. So yes, we already mentioned artwork done by Philip, created by none other than John Rayner, or otherwise known as JC. JC. 4-cheat and that straight across forward awareness, like super good. In the past, a lot of the cards that have had this awareness, the 3 across the front, have been proven to be really effective and really good. For the cost of this card at 9 aura, I think this thing is gonna like just be a wear and tear, right? What I mean by that, it's just going to be like massively used and put into a lot of timelines.
Multiple Scheming Skeleton just said, these are the answers we needed for decay. Now I can go unstopped forever.
Yeah, exactly, right? So it does give a really big answer to that decay that we had seen in Origins coming from the millipedes, right? So having your champion become decayed and then not having the ability to deal with it. There was a Thymos card. Now Bellum's got it, right? So looks like a zombie Iblis to me.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's like a sword too.
Could be. It does look like a zombie Iblis.
It looks like whoever it is definitely beating up some Death Eaters.
Yeah.
Or Scheming Skeleton.
It almost, I would have to agree with the Son on saying that it looks like a zombie Iblis, right? It does have that similarity to Iblis. So you and everything in its awareness, you gains 1 life, right? So it's always good to gain life. However, with the trigger, if you gain that life or anything that does gain the life, they lose the ailments and can't be affected by ailments for the rest of the round. So you can't have the weakness on you anymore. You can't be hit with any more decay until the next round, right? So playing multiples in a timeline to gain the health, get rid of the ailments, dealing with that decay or weakness or whatnot, right? For the cost of 9, and it's only a 4-G. Like, yeah, absolutely ridiculously good card for Bellum. Super amazing. Way to go, JC, on creating this. For super good.
Yeah, I'm with Scheming Skeleton. We finally have an answer.
Yeah, definitely a good answer. I mean, we didn't see too much people trying to recover and struggling once they get that decay, because we were seeing a lot of Phage decks coming through in Origins, utilizing the decay not just that, all the weaknesses that those branders were giving, right? So those 5 different branders that we had coming in from our origin. So you had the Pi coronavirus, the rock guy, the croc. They all had branding. So if anything that was dealt damage by them, gain that weakness for that type, right? Whether it was water, earth, etc. Right? So,
Avatar.
yeah. The hole in the chest is from malefic impalement.
impalement.
Could be.
Oh, hence the healing wave. She's healing herself from it because she's slowly decaying. Boom, we got our story.
Yep, there's the story right there.
She was hit, she's decaying, she's using healing wave to heal herself so she no longer has
malefic
decay.
impalement doesn't give decay.
Listen.
Oh, okay.
It also just says Iblis is the quote at the bottom there.
It is. Feel the light wash over you.
Like scheming skeletons with me. Lore!
Lore! Yeah, we're starting storytelling time.
I just created my own lore based on, like, one person saying something.
Once upon a time in a galaxy far, far away. Happy May the 4th to everybody out there, by the way.
May the 4th be with you.
May the 4th be with you.
I prefer the revenge of the 5th.
That's tomorrow.
That's tomorrow.
Yeah, don't push it.
Yeah.
I'm pushing it.
No.
We will get revenge tomorrow. Yes.
What are we getting revenge on?
I don't know. Somebody. I'll think of somebody.
No, but
maybe
when
Kenny.
Yeah, Kenny made
We'll
fun
get
of me.
revenge on Kenny.
He made fun of you.
You made fun of me too?
I'll make fun of
on
it.
your wall.
Yeah, well,
Feel the light wash over you. It is by Bellum that we are sustained. That's Iblis. Yes, perfect. Awesome card. Great job, JC. I love it. Definitely going to be scribbling this one out, throwing into some decks.
oh man, I thought he was going to
try
be like, yep, writing lore now.
Never know. Never know. Okay, let's take a look at the next one there, Kenny.
Alright. I realized I was looking at the wrong one when I was commenting on the card. This is the one with the dying.
Oh, that's cool.
Twister.
That's a game.
That's what?
Twister.
That's
it's a
the
game.
tier with pushing away the zombie Twister.
That's because she's losing at Twister.
She's using a Twister.
No, she's losing at Twister, so she had to.
Oh,
push
she's
him away.
losing at Twister.
got picked
It looks
up.
like they're
Landed
trying.
on
Yeah,
her
right. They're trying to play Twister. We'll get our little spinny thing. Left leg red. Go.
Red? Do you mean blood? Left sword.
Right hand green.
Oh, zombie.
Anyway, read it out. What's Twister do?
Swift cast for 11 aura. You deal 1 air damage to everything in Twister's awareness, which is the adjacent to you.
Yep. Cross awareness.
Trigger, push. If anything is dealt damage.
Trigger?
I said trigger.
I thought you said rigor.
Maybe
Okay.
I did. I don't know, but. Trigger, push. If anything is dealt damage by Twister, then they move one spot away from you. That makes more
Right?
sense. They're still
Got the
playing.
push. But
Yeah,
look at
she
the
pushed
awareness.
them away. They were sucking at it.
You can't be my friend. You can't play Twister.
Well, you got to think in Twister, you do push people over, you fall on top of them, whatever, right? So
So
I
she
mean,
pushed
it
them away
kind
because
of makes sense. Dahlia,
Sucked at
you've
it.
nailed this artwork. It looks absolutely beautiful. It's Satyr. I'm gonna say some kind of demon or whatever, pushing her away.
I throw. Yeah, but
Card was created by Carl Lilly from the design team. Our good friend Carl. Let's break this down. 4 chi, 11 aura, but it's got that forward, back, left, right awareness, and you're dealing 1 air damage to everything, and then a push.
Death Eater. That's the card. I think
Death
that's. I think it's.
Do you think they're Death Eaters? Could be.
I throw your minions
Although-
into the wind. Can I read the bottom?
Yeah. Well, there's been so many different versions of Death Eater.
The purple guy.
Well, it is purple, but you got to remember Satyr is Bellum Chaos, right? So.
I throw your minions into the wind. Face me yourself, demon, and let me have a real fight. Satyr. There, I read it.
So Timmy T saying the art is made. Yes,
the art
Dahlia is really, really amazing artwork. I've actually been talking to
She's an
Damian
amazing
to
artwork?
try and get what
She's an amazing artwork.
artist.
You
What
said
was it?
artwork.
Artwork.
You
She
said,
does
yeah, she's
amazing
an-
art.
she's-
She does amazing artwork. Sorry.
The knives in the back. Knives and arrows in the back.
Fair enough. Kenny's pointing out.
Oh, yeah,
those
look.
are Death Eaters. Yeah.
One's actually a knife. And
But
yeah.
Satir likes Death Eaters, though. She uses them really well, actually.
Not in this case. If you read the quote at the bottom.
I already did.
I throw your minions into the wind. Face me yourself, demon, and let me have a real fight. A real fight.
So she's annoyed at how the Death Eaters are too weak.
Death Eaters are not
enough
weak.
enemy
Death
for me.
Eaters are a really, really good card, especially in a draft. Like if you're able to draft Death Eaters, they're really good,
Just in
especially
this
for
one scenario.
Satir, right? Yes, Timmy's saying 4 chi. Yeah, for 4 chi, 11 aura, and for the ability, the triggered ability, super, super good. That push is really good, right? So I mean, you're able to do 1 damage. If the damage goes through, it actually they have to move away. So therefore, forcing them to either come back in. Whereas you could definitely play another one of these on top of it, right? And just keep pushing it. Or if something's coming in response to their attack, you can do this, right? And if you're already surrounded, it's definitely, again, a really amazing Bellum defensive card with a little bit of added damage to it, but a saving grace card for sure, 100%. I like it. Carl did a really good job on this one.
And it's swift. I like that.
Swift speed, yeah.
can
You're
respond
definitely really gotta appreciate the swifts as opposed to it being at action speed, which would really slow it down. I think if it was though to be at action, you'd probably either up the damage, lower the cost on it, right? So for sure. Yeah, definitely love it. Very simplistic too. Like some of these cards that we've already taken a look at it, they're very easy. As far as mechanically inclined to be used in your timeline, and we haven't seen anything like crazy high yet for chi values, right? So easily to balance, and except for the first one, I think was a little high on the aura, but this one definitely would be well worth having.
Which one was that one? That was
the blinding or yeah, was it the blinding what? What was the first one?
Blinding light. Yeah.
Blinding light, that's it. Yeah.
You want me to pull it back up?
No, it's okay. Well, you can.
Yeah.
Maybe we take a look at it there again for a second. Yeah, so 15 aura, right? It
Oh,
was a little on
right.
the high side out of 6 chi, right?
But it still makes sense, though.
Yeah.
Everything
Everything
on the
gains the
arena,
pass by,
yeah.
and it does, like, you look at Meteorite being 7 chi, but dealing 5 damage, but it has those 3 different, but they're all at action speed, right? So it's a lot less.
I would use this instead of Hurricane Kick.
Because of the push mechanic, yeah. He would use, San says, would use this instead of Hurricane Kick. Isn't it Hurricane Sweep? Hurricane Sweep, isn't it? I'm pretty
thing.
sure it's Hurricane Sweep. Because Hurricane Sweep does 3 damage to everything in the awareness, which is the exact same awareness here, but it doesn't have that push mechanism, right? So I think that push is really good, right, as a response. And I think Hurricane Sweep is a lot higher in cost than what this is. So
This would be really good against casters.
And the chi's higher on
Summoners
Hurricane
and Swarm decks.
yeah, well, against Swarm decks as well too. You just wait till they all come in, obliterate them, and if not, push them away, right, kind of thing. So yeah, A+ to Carl Lilly on this one. Perfect. Next, what do we got? Entangling Encumbrance. Ooh, we're looking at a Thymos now. Go.
Swift cast of 8 aura. Target champion and
Encumbrances.
awareness has their energy reduction become 0 this round. Place a Haru from your subconscious on a spot and entangling encumbrances awareness.
Yeah, that's a tongue twister for sure.
I thought it was embrace.
In an instant, the root sprung to life, bringing themselves to his legs.
Read that again.
Binding.
Oh, I did read it wrong. I'm just as bad as you now. You know where you get it.
And I thought I had to go get tested. I think I gotta
Right?
bring him too. No, you just need
That's
some black.
blurry. Yeah. Anyway, in an instant, the roots sprung to life, binding themselves to his legs. Okay, binding. Right? Makes sense. Entangling.
Who is next?
Dahlia. It's the artwork on this one. So you see
Alexander
these roots coming up out of the ground, tangling up onto the foot. Definitely goes with what the card does. Card designer, Alexander Miller. Just briefly looking this over. 3G. So it's a 3G. So scheming saying the community needs invasion. Yes, we do. Which is why we're talking about this. So 3G, double forward awareness, swift speed, 8 aura. Okay, this is cheap. Its awareness has their energy reduction become 0. Okay, so now you're getting rid of any energy. This is an anti-ESSA card. Anti-ESSA, 100%. ESSA's got that 3 energy reduction, or anybody that has more than 0, they're going to lose that energy reduction till the end of the round.
And especially she's the only one she's got the most energy reduction out of everyone.
Yeah. But you're going to want to make sure your champion's within that double forward awareness, right? In order to activate this, you're going to want to play this at the beginning of the round for sure. However, the second part of it says place a Taru from your subconscious
What's
on
a
a spot.
Taru?
I have no idea. We have no idea what a Taru is. Do you know what a Taru is?
Yeah, it's not one of the cards we have here.
Yeah, I know we don't have that card yet, so we don't really know. So yeah, I'm assuming Taru is probably some form of alteration, or maybe even potentially some kind of plant summon. I would assume. This has to do with roots and being entangled. I'm gonna guess it's most likely going to be some kind of alteration that locks something down.
And it's gotta look like a plant.
Or a plant, or something along, or roots, or vines, or something there. But but to get rid of that energy reduction can really, really screw up a champion, right? Especially if they rely on it so much, right?
Yeah.
So, like as I said, for a lot of ESSA decks that have come up since Origins, you're seeing a lot of energy high cards being played because of the reduction, especially in Thymos, where you have the use of Hearty Soup that even reduces it more. Soup. It would definitely really, really mess up your opponent to play it. But until we see what a Taru is, we're really sure. Yeah, again, 3G for that cost at 8 aura, definitely bang on. Great awareness on it. Yeah, Alex did a bang on job with this one. Really good support for a Thymos deck. However, the only thing that I could really see is that it could potentially ended up being more of a sideboard, depending on who you're facing, right? So because if you're walking into any kind of match against somebody who like the champion already has a 0 energy reduction,
this is
it's
pointless.
not really going to be that effective, right? So it's gonna. I think it could end up just slipping straight into that sideboard right off the bat, or your forethoughts as we call it. And being placed in there for Thymos decks, right? So as soon as you sit down, you look at it, and it's like, okay, well, I'm facing who has a 0 energy, like so Nubia. Say you're facing Nubia, she's got a 0 energy reduction. It's going to be ineffective.
She's got 1, doesn't she?
No, Erica's at 0 as well.
Oh, okay.
Because she's got the 150 aura, right? So she's so high on the aura side, right? So
nailed it.
And then if you're already having them in your timeline, you're going to want to get them out right away going into the second match of the round, right? Or sorry, the round. But yeah, the set looks amazing. I'm praying it sees the light of day. Trust me, we are to 100%. Whether we just proxy these, who knows what we can do, right? I've got the images.
Yeah, it's hard.
Just even if you sit down, you rewatch this video, you write them down. Just write it down, the name of the card, write down the mechanics, and then just throw it into your deck, right inside a sleeve kind of thing. on top of another card.
I
and,
hope it
give
comes
a try.
to at least a print and play.
Print to play, potentially.
At
We don't know. We
least.
haven't gotten any more insight on that as to what's
Well,
to happen.
if it's not going to go to production, you've already announced it, right? Obviously, again, it's not going to print. At least make it a print to play.
Yeah.
Because everyone's been waiting for this for like a long time. Are we done with this one?
No, I'm just reading back. Scheme Skeleton saying that this is making M sad, which is mad and sad. Mad and sad at the same time. Yeah.
Did you find it?
No, I've just found the other cards.
Oh!
That's okay. We'll talk later. We'll talk later.
Next card?
Yeah. Next card. All right, let's move on to the next one.
Whoa! Clearly Shun.
Yep. And
It's another JC card!
JC!
Woo!
Doom Haga. Kaga?
Doom Kaga.
Kaga?
Doing something.
Action
Doom
heavy,
something.
dark attack of 5 for 7 energy.
That's high.
That's a lot.
Yep.
Trigger, execute. If a champion is dealt damage by Doom Kaga, then that champion shuffles all cards and their thoughts into their timeline and draws that many cards. They reveal their thoughts and discard a card with the highest chi. I have no need of your memories. 'Tis your grandest thoughts I shall devour. Shun. Credit or quote credit to Patreon member Jeffrey Pasito.
Jeff Pasito!
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 It's Jeff. Jeffrey.
Bye, Chi. Bye, Chi, Jeffy.
7 chi is the card.
On the first day of Christmas,
Genesis gave
to me,
a
Jeffrey.
and his
No.
chibi art.
Oh, and his chibi art.
And his chibi art.
In a
But
tree.
then we made the joke about the chibi
in a tree,
and that's
and then
how
he
we
made,
got
he
the
made
artwork.
he made a
And then I got my
Proxy
wish
card of
about
him.
Jeff and the
Jeff in a
duck.
tree.
That was so funny.
Okay, so action speed art done by Carl
McRaven.
McRaven. Card created by
JC!
7 chi. That energy cost is that's a little spicy. 7 energy for it. Double forward awareness at action speed, but it does do 5 damage. That's a massive amount of damage in one shot.
Hence
So
that action.
7 for 5. But let's break down this execute trigger. If a champion is dealt damage by Doom, then that champion shuffles all cards in their thoughts into their timeline and draws that many cards, reveals their thoughts, and discards a card with the highest chi. That can really mess a player up, right? So, yeah, especially if they're playing a lot of high chis, right?
And you have to reveal that too. Now your
have to
opponent
reveal
knows
their
what
whole
you're
hand.
playing.
You have to so it's got a built-in mind reading mechanic to it. Even if it's just for that moment, you still get a good look at what they've redrawn. Maybe they were holding on to something that they wanted to use or were saving kind of thing, or they could discard a really good hand, draw a really bad hand, and then still on top of it, you've got that discard mechanic built into it as well. They have to discard the highest chi. You go higher in chi values, obviously the cards are a lot better. And it can be a little bit more dangerous, right? So you're breaking down their strategy, you're making them discard so they have less available to them, and you're doing 5 damage on top of it. So for 7 energy,
Now it's worth it.
I think it's a little bit more worth it now at this point.
I'm sorry. JC's mentioning the awareness.
The
'cause
awareness,
it's too
yeah.
forward.
2 forward awareness, so you don't have to be pinged right up
Melee,
against them or flanking. Well, you could flank, yeah, but I mean, you can still keep a little distance away. You don't have to worry about that Bellum card we've seen there, the Twister, right? Where you get, even if you get pushed back as a response to playing this, you're still gonna hit them, right? So
Yeah.
definitely a great, solid damage card. Action speed, though. I don't like the actions.
worth
That's
it.
okay. I mean, it makes sense because of how powerful this card is to kind of tone it down. Having this at swift speed would be a little too much, right, to deal with. This is the highest chi that we've seen tonight so far. 7 chi. Yeah, was a rare. Yeah, solid. I think it's a really good card, especially for Chaos too, right? So I mean, Chaos wanting to do that, those big, heavy, hard attacks all the time, definitely solid, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, there's not too much more we can really say about it. What we got here? This looks so amazing. Yep, he wears. Okay, yep. Yeah, definitely, absolutely amazing. Carl nailed this artwork. It looks really good. Shun, I'm gonna say that's Bazin in the foreground, maybe.
Where?
The guy with the goatee. Who do you think that is?
That's not Bazin. Bazin got a whole head of hair.
Yeah, but it's burnt off in this picture. It's on fire.
Oh, what's his name? The guy with the big.
Kato? No.
Oh, the new one.
Yeah, the new.
Oh,
one.
that's his brother.
Yadiel.
Yadiel. Could be, yeah.
How do you call Yadiel?
Shun picking on Yadiel. Yeah, I kind of forget a little bit of the names. We haven't
That's
focused too much on.
brother?
That's what we're assuming. I think that's what we were told. Remember when we were talking about it?
Not Yadiel, the other one.
Who's the other one? Oh, Kenny's looking it up. If anybody can beat Kenny to it, let me know.
Yvonne.
What?
Yvonne.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, him. So who was Yadiel? I thought that was Yadiel.
Yadiel was the guy, the assassin with the knife.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that's who it is. Yeah, it's kind of fuzzy, but.
Can you show us Yadiel?
No, it's alright.
No, because I want to see Yadiel because I forget who the hell that was.
It is Thymos Phage, right?
Literally
It's
thought
Thymos
that
Phage. You had him right there.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Yadiel. Yes, Thymos Phage, yes.
Yeah. So, which is what Essa is, right? Thymos Phage. So. But yeah, A+ to Jay-Z on this one, like a really good card.
McRaven.
Especially for Chaos, right? So you want a lot of chaotic stuff happening, and this definitely, and it's a dark damage on top of it too. So if you're able to get that dark weakness onto him, right? So which there are a lot of cards over Genesis history that do that, right? To give that dark weakness. To boost this up to even more damage, 6 damage, which could be like lethal, right? In certain circumstances, a little bit slower, but with it being action, like you only have to move the one spot. You still have that double awareness forward too, which gives it a huge benefit on playing this card at action speed, right? So perfect, love it. Next, or was that the last one?
There is one more.
We have for tonight. I'm gonna. Oh my God, Kenny! I'm gonna. You did that on purpose. Smack you, silly.
He brings up the freaking.
I'm like, what? There was no rabbit. Like, what the hell? Okay, Siphon Vitality. Go.
Action, cast, 16 aura. Target, combatant,
Yep.
in
Siphon Vitality's
awareness, loses 2 health, and you gain 2 health. If a champion has lost health because of
Siphon Vitality,
then they pay 4 energy. Isn't it a strange feeling, the life being forcibly taken from your very soul? I wouldn't know, of course. All I feel is satisfaction.
Quote credit to Patreon member Alexander Cords. Nice.
5 chi.
5 chi. Okay, so Dahlia's got the artwork on this one.
Lionel!
And Lionel News as the card creator.
I think that's Kasha.
Nope.
No? But it's fuzzy. Doesn't she wear fuzzy?
Blue eyes like that?
I think the blue eyes
That's
are
from the
because of
magic.
Because of the magic?
It's fuzzy.
It looks like Bazin is doing some magic.
It is
Bazin,
Bazin.
yeah,
You know
Bazin's
that
doing the
hand
magic.
coming out over top of the head is Bazin, 100%,
So then
because of those little
But
triangles.
the long black hair, look, that's gotta be.
You think that's Kasha?
Yeah, it is. Look at her hand right there near the.
Oh,
that's
okay,
how-
yeah,
it-
you
yeah,
see
you
your
see the
hand.
nail. You see the nail.
your hand coming up like this.
Yeah,
That's
it's
the
like
long-
coming up near her face.
the
You
long,
see the
freaky-
nail. It's shorter in this picture. It's easily about this long, but
Yeah.
you can still see it. I was gonna
Okay.
say.
Yay, Mackenzie
Yeah, I
gets
got it right.
Yay.
This is a really good card. This
What?
is-
Okay, let's break it down. All right.
Were you just pausing to cheer again?
to cheer again for you, yeah, because you figured it out.
Thanks.
You're special.
Yeah.
You're special.
I'm very special.
5 Chi, straight across forward awareness, 16 aura. Okay, target combatant siphons vitality's awareness, loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. So it has the drain.
It's
It's
similar
a drain.
to the last one, too.
It's more or less a drain, okay, at action speed. However, there is a trigger that's a cast. If you lose the life, then you have to pay for it. So it has
Ooh.
it has drain and fatigue in the same card, right? So you're draining and you're fatiguing them at the same time, right?
That's kind of cool.
Which is pretty good. 16 aura though. That's I don't
For
know.
what it does, because not only are you taking life, you're making them pay 4.
Pay for energy.
Maybe lower it by like 3.
Only on a champion though, right? Because the summons can't really do the fatigue. They don't have access to your timeline, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, to do 2 damage, to drain only 2 health to a summon for 16 aura, you're not gonna
Yeah.
want to use this on summons.
There's so many other cards that you could use.
Yeah, like especially at that cost. I mean, the awareness is really good. So if your opponent's champion is coming up, especially on your diagonals, right? Bazin's going to be able to, well, actually anybody with chaos is going to be able to utilize it to effectively get that those angles instead of just straightforward
He's so cute.
to drain. But you're going to want to use this on your opponent's champion, not their summons, to get the full cost of that 16 aura and make it worthwhile, right? 5 Chi, I probably would have, at that cost, I probably would have stuck it in a 4 Chi slot myself personally, but I mean, what do I know as far as the formulas and whatnot, but yeah, pretty straightforward. To do damage and fatigue together though is pretty solid, which we haven't seen yet. There are a lot of effects in Origins that, if somebody is dealt damage, then they have to. So yeah, like a headlock for one is a good example where you're doing damage and you're fatiguing them at the same time, right? So it's nothing really new then in that perspective. It's just a triggered effect at action speed. Yeah. As I said, I probably would have put it at a lower Chi slot for what it's worth, especially at that cost. But it's an okay card, I'd say.
Yeah.
3 out of 5. 3 out of 5.
I don't have a rating for it. It's a card.
You don't have a rating. Yeah, we haven't rated all the other ones, so okay, but we'll just rate this one. But,
Yeah, I'll give it a half. Life loss and damage
are different.
Yeah.
Yes, very true. Hassan pointed out that life loss and damage. So when you're doing, it's not an attack; it's a cast, right? So in the drain has always been like that. So the damage goes through automatically because you're losing the life. You're not being attacked. You have no way to avoid it, more or less, unless you're like a decoying out of it, and then you're no longer in the target. But although decoying would be difficult on this one because you'd have to be able to move back to get out of it or have a way to move out of that awareness. Yeah, I think it's past my bedtime too. Yeah, it's your fault.
I did none of the sorts.
Yes, you did. It's your fault.
I did nothing.
Yeah, you did.
No, I did
Don't.
not. Hey.
No.
Hey, that's mean.
I'm not being mean.
Yeah, you're
I am
blaming.
not.
You're making false accusations.
Okay, maybe I am. All right, I'm still blaming you for making me yawn. Anyway, so that's the last one we got to show for you tonight. Hopefully, we're going to be able to get some more to show you to kind of keep this going. But for the time being, hopefully you guys enjoyed that, and at least you got a bit of a glimpse at what Invasion potentially could have brought us, which is super cool. I think it's pretty exciting. Let us know too who's still playing Genesis, right? I'd like to know. Put a good smiley face or a wave or something in the chat there, and how much you're still enjoying Genesis, right? Like, I mean, we're still playing. Keep this going, please. We're gonna try our best to keep up the content and the discussion around Genesis, whether it's some of the stuff that was supposed to come in Invasion or whatnot, or even some ideas that we've come up on our own. I've been talking to a few people thinking, and it's like, well, hey, what would have been a cool card for you, right, in Genesis if you were to create your own card? Maybe potentially get something on the go with that, right? So I mean, I've been talking to Damian and maybe even getting some artworks or something like that for it or whatever, right? I mean, just to keep it going on our own personal community level would be really, really cool. Even Jeff, right? Jeff Azito, who's, a diehard fan of Genesis as well, keeping in touch with him and talking with him about stuff. So we're going to keep our fingers crossed we can keep this going. Oh, wrong one. Genesis forever, man.
Yeah,
Genesis
Bruins.
No, we're not even going to talk about that.
Bruins.
Yeah, no, I'm not upset. Actually, I am not upset. No matter what, let's get this out of the way now, because everybody that knows that I'm a massive Bruins fan with what had happened. She's a Bruins fan as well.
The amount of people that I've had come up to me this week at school is ridiculous.
Yeah, right. And I mean, and it's like they're saying it was by far the biggest upset, right, in NHL history. Like, it's like I don't care. I don't care what people say about that, right? It might have been. Who cares?
But
the
we
season.
made history.
We made history. Like
history.
the season that we had this year is just phenomenal. So I'd like to see all these other teams beat them now, right? Okay, if you think your team's better, or you think that the Bruins suck that bad, let's see your team do 65 games in a year, right? Or beat the amount of records that the Bruins have made this year, right? Like, alone is phenomenal. Yes, so we got beaten. You look at the series between Florida and the way the games are going, and I'm ranting here right now. I apologize huge. Yes, Genesis for life. Yay,
Woo!
Genesis.
Back to Boston.
Back to Boston. Oh, here we go. Better upset was when Bruins came back to take out Leafs a few years ago. Yes. The amount of upsets at Toronto. I'm actually rooting for Toronto right now, and I heard they were up tonight. I haven't heard the final score or anything, but because I think the Panthers got a little too cocky in the past little while, right? Especially with how things went with the Bruins. But if you look at the entire series and how the games went. What?
Panthers won.
And
oh wait, hang on. Wrong game.
You're looking at the wrong game. Let's go back in the vortex.
Yeah, that's where I gotta go.
Okay,
oh, they're still winning!
What? How did they get ahead?
Panthers are still winning. I'm getting excited for something. Yay! Okay, they didn't win, but they are winning. I'm cheering for Panthers.
Oh my God, I can't stand that team right now. We need. And I'm not even a Toronto fan, right? And it's like, but I want Toronto
the fact
to.
that I was looking at the wrong game, that was so funny.
Like, come on, guys! Like, you made it past the first round. Like, do something, right? Like, Jesus Christ. Anyway, but you look at the series between Florida and Boston. All the games were like so close. A lot of overtime games,
God.
right? Like, I mean, they fought so hard. Playoff hockey is like so different from regular season hockey too, right? Everybody has an understanding of that.
Especially when you're freaking out like
I'm
that.
definitely not upset at my team. I'm so proud of them and how far they had gone this year and what they've accomplished.
Oh, absolutely.
Right, and no, Toronto's on a penalty. Oh, they were on a penalty.
That was the first.
You want to open up a few packs?
Yeah.
Let's open some packs. Let's get our mind off of hockey for a second here. I don't even know if I have it. Yeah, okay, I got it. Stabby.
Stabby!
Yeah. Camera.
No, this one's yours.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one's yours. Where's mine?
It's over by the desk. Okay, so we're gonna do the who has the better pack.
Can we do this one first?
Sure, you can do that. You want to do the box topper?
So that no one thinks we're faking. No, I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding.
Yeah.
That's a joke.
So Shockwave is asking if Heads or Tails is still running Genesis Thursday nights. We're not close to it. However, I think a lot of the guys have been more or less taking a break from Genesis at the time being. We're still open if you want to come by and play some Genesis. We're more than welcome to have you. I'm always down, like whether it be out before or after the stream, to throw a few games down. I know JC, my buddy, he's dropped by even a couple of times, and we've thrown down some really amazing games and had some really awesome conversations around Genesis. But yeah, Heads or Tails is always open to Genesis players.
Ready?
Okay, box toppers, go.
Rock Crusher.
Essa.
Essa.
Nice.
And
Loving the Essa, yeah.
Satyr.
And a Satyr. Essa and a Satyr in the same. Nice. Like that. I don't know how glare is going to go on this.
Pack
camera.
Wars.
Hey, we'll see. Do you want me to?
No, because they're right there. I don't wanna,
yeah.
And it's
Dark out.
It's really dark out. Yeah. We'll try and we have to move the camera back or something. We'll see. Okay, here we go. Ready?
Come on. Ready.
Earth Strike.
Plummet.
Pawn.
Disabling shot.
Prowling. You got an Earth Strike too. Right hook.
Mini Chesmadon.
Ready?
Yep.
Ready?
Yep.
Vortex!
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 El Chasm.
Oh, you got a Chasm. Pestilent.
Blanket.
Blanket. Call shot.
Headlock.
Oh, two amazing cards right there. Redirect spell. Violent.
Yeti. I almost called
It's
him a
the Yeti.
husky.
It's not husky. The big old bear dog.
I did. I almost called him a husky because I forgot the name Yeti.
I know. My first rare, Lava Rider.
Lava Rider.
Yeah. Sudden Vengeance.
Firing Krog.
And I got Occupancy Token.
Renovate.
Well, wait a minute, you got who? Fire Krog?
Firing Krog.
Let's see who the rares are.
And Lava Rider. We got the same one.
Oh, I did get a Lava. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Back and break.
To go up.
No.
For Body and Tombstone.
For Body Tombstone, that's really good.
Yes.
Quake Hoof.
Out of Strike.
Great draft card. Water Strike's good. Firehound.
Back and break.
Look at that, I'm getting all those 9 cheese. And I got one.
Quake Hoof.
Who do you give it to, Kenny?
I wasn't paying attention.
Okay, Kenny wasn't paying attention.
That's a tie.
You're supposed to judge for us. We need JC. He's the great judge. Ready?
Wasn't flat.
Prowling.
Knockback.
Right hook.
Blood thing.
I'm gonna knock you back now.
I'm gonna Weasel.
Weasel. And now I got a blood.
Mythic Burst.
Rogue Tornado. That's a good turn.
Turn away. Turn away. Now do the rest of the stream backwards.
Precise thrust. Where did it land?
It's like over here.
I tried.
Earthmane Lion.
Awesome. Warp Strike.
High jump.
Wing Delay.
Bird Draft.
Go.
Goat
Thing.
thingy.
Ha. Virgin Worm.
Fine Krog.
And I got an epic Rock Crusher.
I got the baby version.
Yeah. Not.
Shut up.
You got Essa. Firehound.
Blow away.
Block.
A fire strike.
Whoa, what?
Mind reading.
And a fire strike.
And
like I get mine after yours.
Earthman Code.
I got that because of the epic.
Yeah.
100%.
Right? Epics always win. Even if it's a bad epic.
Ready?
Ready?
Howling Grounds.
Weasel!
Weasel!
Did anybody check to see if
Weasel
Weasel could
could
swim?
swim.
Mythic Burst.
Mufasa.
Mufasa.
No.
That is the
other
Mufasa
one.
card.
Yeah, but that's like...
Maricha.
other
Maricha.
Mufasa.
Oh no, Away
is
Mufasa.
Mufasa.
Yeah.
That's still Mufasa.
That's still Mufasa. It's Mufasa here. The other one's Mufasa away.
I'll make the joke later.
Okay, do it. Alright.
But,
Mystic Protection. Turn away. Your turn.
Wait.
You gotta do it backwards.
Ready?
Yep.
Go.
I got Electric Pillar.
Legendary.
You miss.
So bad. Legendary misplacement.
Slippery.
Flying kick.
Air Soldier.
Landmine.
Whoa. You should be on a rare.
Unless
Zenith
she has a
Pulse.
spare of some gold.
Maybe. Zenith Pulse, how many you got left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 7.
4, 5, 6.
You have 6.
7.
Oh, okay. That's weird. Anyway.
Nullify.
Caustic Millipede.
Iblis.
I got a token.
That's why.
Yeah, I know. I realized it now.
Buffeting winds.
I got a foil. Wahala.
Obvious winner here.
Something smells burnt.
What? Mind reading.
Water strike.
Earthmain.
That one. Death Eater.
Stabby stabby.
Coronavirus.
And a Spore Cloud.
Spore Cloud.
Yay! Okay.
No, I want that one. I got this one last time.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it does.
Oh my god.
Just imagine, Dad gets something good.
Okay, we'll do a couple more each. Okay, ready?
Short signal.
Stomp.
Hollowed grounds.
Direct punch. Say it.
Squirrel.
Backstep.
Hit Rainbow Massey.
Chittering Ramasi.
Yeah.
Hey.
Mufasa. Vegeta.
Vegeta, buddy.
Heracus.
Snare.
Territorial Bala.
And repurpose.
Protect the barrier.
It's a good thing you got that because I'm doing a low blow. I still love that card. It's memories. I love that card. High jump.
Air Soldier.
One of my new favorites, Electropheromones.
Armadillo.
Thing is brutal. I got Emergent Worm.
Vegeta.
I got Kato.
Forward stab.
Death Eater.
Spore Cloud.
Coronavirus.
Buffeting winds.
Soup. And
Water
another.
strike.
So who got it, Kenny?
He's still not paying attention.
That's twice. Twice.
Stop asking me so many things. Alright, this time I will watch Nintendo until I get distracted.
That's alright. Go back to sleep, Kenny. It's alright. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Knockback.
Direct punch.
Sayonage.
Backstep.
Electric Strike.
Vegeta.
And Garuma.
Knockback.
Garuma. Flying Kick.
Headlock.
Cold Shot.
Deceit.
Parry. Like parry. I love
Bird draft.
Bird Draft Goat.
Bird draft goat thingy.
Yep. Deceit.
Fox.
Darting Lamosa.
Yeah.
Okay. By coronavirus.
Coronavirus.
Virus.
Electric Storm.
Nice. Oh, I got the tsunami.
Oh, sudden vengeance.
I don't know. It's pretty close because you got the storm and I got the tsunami. So I don't know. Let's see what Kenny says. He's not paying attention again.
I'm watching.
Chasm.
Monot.
Backwards Monot.
Alright.
Upper right.
Soup. That's not soup.
No, yours was soup. I didn't say it. That's why. Agility break.
Yeah, but you placed it down and went soup. So Right uppercut. Turkey chicken! Recomposition. This has soup.
I know. Wow.
You.
I think we're gonna like have to bring out boxing gloves tonight on this show.
Hey, you made fun of me earlier.
Okay,
This was
let's
my
one more.
time.
We'll do one more.
Yeah.
Oh wait, hang on. Someone said something here. Panther player just got hit by a puck in the face. Lots of blood. Crazy.
Wow.
Nice.
I am not at
No, I don't
home
mean
to
harm
watch
on
this.
anybody by all means, but I mean I just
Damn it.
I want Florida to lose.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. It's like, yeah, Panthers player got hit in the face, and now Toronto's on a power play. Ready?
Toronto's on the power play?
Yeah. 4
But the
minutes later,
Panther
he's-
guy got hit in the face, so anyway.
I
See you,
don't
Nish.
know. Mufasa!
Nish. Electric strike. Huzzah.
Power Sphinx.
Reach out.
Launch! Oh, I
Launch.
just spun him. That's.
Oh. My big old fluffy killer rabbit.
Earthman Lion!
Rope tornado.
Redirect
I think I
spell.
got you beat already
Yeah,
just
I
on
think so.
those. Give your a kiss.
That one. Or
Yeah,
precise
thrust.
thrust.
Parry.
Landmine.
Bacterial phage.
Mute! Die.
Mute. I got warping straight.
Water warp.
Water warp. Token. Treen. Agility break.
Airstrike.
Turkey.
Turkey chicken.
Airstrike.
Run up back.
And again.
The
Run
case
over.
studies,
Yeah.
man, frog.
Upset. I think you got me beat on the rares, but my other ones were,
I beat you on the frog.
yeah. Between parry, rope, rabbit.
Gargantuan rabbit.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
I
rabbit.
think you got that.
I think the rabbit beats my frog very well.
Yeah, but she had the mute though. Mute's just amazing. Really, really good. Okay. I think that's it. We'll stop it there for now. Save some for another day.
Yeah, next week.
Yeah, for sure. So anyways, there you have it. Thank you for tuning in to One Side of the Coin this evening.
Yay.
Be sure to like and subscribe to our channel, spread the word. We're going to be trying to put out some more. Thanks for tuning in last week. So I had to do a public apology to Kenny because I told him we weren't streaming last week, and JC dropped by, and I'm like, okay, JC, you want to stream? We'll stream. So JC,
Streamed anyway.
we did do a show last week. I apologize, even though I told you not to come out because we weren't streaming. But
Oh, it's
I
okay.
know, right?
I was told not to
know.
come down either, and I get a call. Do you mind if JC and I stream?
Yeah. So, but no, it was a great conversation with him. I really appreciate him dropping by and chatting Genesis with us, right, all the time. Any questions, comments, concerns, you can always send it to my email. It's stevothegamer@hotmail.com. You can reach out to me. You want any information or, just want to chat about Genesis in general. You can always drop me a line, and I'll try my best to get back to you ASAP. Any future content you want to hear about Genesis, let us know as well through that, or put it up in the stream. Thanks for coming out, Scheme Skeleton. Appreciate it for your view.
Thank you.
Be sure to tune in every Thursday, as I said, usually around 7. We were a little late tonight because the store was really busy. But yes, we miss the community big time too, right? It's like such heartbreaking news that this has happened. But I mean, I'm not giving up on the game itself. I love this game, and I want to keep talking about it as much as I possibly can, and keep the community alive, and keep it going, the discussion, right? And having these fun times based around Genesis as always, right? So, on behalf of One Side of the Coin, thanks to Kenny for doing all our tech work behind the camera there. Really, really appreciate it. Wow, we gotta go. Anyway, see you next week on One Side of the Coin. Steve the Gamer.
Back tag.
Have a great night, everybody. Thanks.
Bye.